And welcome back, picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire. We're at the bottom of round 96. We have 3 decisions. Okay, so we got some bribery, so we can work on trying to improve relations with them. At this point, I'm going to give up trying to do anything short of bribery, because bribery we can do. We got bribery down pat. But apparently any attempt of overtures is just failing. Militia project will allow us to build a proper barracks for our militia, which will make the militia a little bit stronger in one city of our choice. Foreign affairs, I'm actually going to go ahead and balance this back to 50-50. Something I checked over between streams is apparently the Shadow Diplomat card is a major diplomacy card. So as I've been suppressing major diplomacy to do minor diplomacy, that was actually making it show up less. Wasn't necessarily worth calling them up to shift the balance back, but yeah. We'll come back to this. I'm not sure if I need to upgrade the city right now. I'll take that enforcement. How much points is the bribery? Bribery is 1 political power. Okay, sure. Definitely do the bribery. And the bribery's guaranteed to succeed because of our strength and oratory. Critical success, they like us more. Good to know. And yeah, we have the political power, so we'll go ahead and play it. I wanted to make sure that I had the political power for that bribery before I played it. Before I spent the money, or spent the political power on integrate, or on, how to describe it? Spent the political power on improving the city. Oh wait, this is apparently where the road stops, so if I want to keep advancing, I need to build more road. Need to hook these roads up, probably. Oh wait, pushing in on this city. From earlier, we know this is a marauder unit. Oh wait, it shouldn't be that hard to run a road that distance when it does come time to negotiate the unification. Don't have the political power, obviously, this turn. All the construction is progressing. We finished the railhead in Kevin's Spire. Okay, so we'll let the industrial capacity stack up a little bit. Because we only gained about 100 last turn. And we're not necessarily rushed to do anything in specific. Bit of shame, we have finished that archaeological site. He's got a little bit more on them. That's a common one. Might try to do some more archaeology in the following turns. Well, start to extract from this site. And if we can secure it, it'll take a little bit. If we can secure it, we'll definitely want to extract from the very rare site. Construction's fine. We're getting closer to being in situations where we don't think there's any more deposits to find in some places, which is fine. We got the deposits we need. If anything, right now I need more industrial capacity, so I probably should save up and build an actual industrial factory in the capital. Because that's actually our bottleneck right now with building is more industry. Let's just save up and build an industry building. In fact, arguably I have the industry for it right now, so we'll start building it right now. Okay, so we got those guys surrounded. Reflex or energy 2? Okay, so it counts as a beam weapon. prone to escaping. Actually gets bonus hit points versus vehicles. Okay, so for what we got here, this will be pretty easy to deal with. And we don't know what type, well, I suppose I could check what type of theocratic empire they are. Or not? Yeah, they are. Nation overview. Is that all we got on them? Looks like that's all we got on them. Okay. So they're theocratic. That's all we apparently know. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, so I don't know. Apparently, we don't have a recon on them to know their political situation. Because I'd like to know whether or not they're going to be trying to get us back to a state of war once I get to peace with them, or if they're going to try to blackmail us. But I don't have enough information right now to figure that out, so let's go ahead and cycle the turn instead of sitting here humming the Navarran about whether or not that will become a stable border in successive diplomacy or not. Okay, they are attempting to attack us. Their troops are apparently better than the militia that we've got over there, which isn't surprising. Good to see our troops are better than the rabble down there. Okay, we got a shot at diplomat. Okay, everyone pile in, push it back. Once we got the recon, we're starting to do semi-effective damage.
Target destroyed.
Okay, industrial capacity is going up, which is good to see. Okay, I don't necessarily want to take territory off of them. And if these spikers are happy to attack them, I'm happy to let the spikers attack them. We get another bribe. Probably use that bribe.
Order acknowledged.
Critically successful. What is my unification odds for these guys? Decent. Definitely decent. So the average on D100 is like 51, right? So basically, it's should be half the roll should be successful. So that looks like it will work out. So it really just comes down to, do I think I can afford to run a road to their road? I think I can. So let's go ahead and play that unification.
Order acknowledged.
And it failed. But that's fine. It's a setback, but it's fine. No chance of success. No chance of success. Before I spend all the physical power, we should actually deal with these.
Roger that.
We'll accept. Well, actually, what is the military attack I'm still looking for? So right now we were working... Just finish high-speed machine guns? That would seem reasonable. Yes. Okay, I'm not too worried about gas-powered small arms, so time for you to shift back towards discovery focus. Get us some more interesting stuff. Keats to 3, no. Nomad traders, make them happier, yes please. Again, we just finished the high-speed machine gun. We are making good progress on sealed roads, so it looks like we'll have sealed roads in 3, maybe 4 turns. You know, I will go ahead and we'll spend a little bit more industrial capacity to build the road out. Give these guys a little bit more supply. I'm liking the militancy there. The militancy here is a bit disappointing. So what I might do is, if I have the political power, and I probably don't have the political power, probably spent too much political power. Yeah, spent too much. If I had the political power, I'd play the militia project there. But we're not, because we can't. Let's keep marching back to our brigade. Could probably do a little bit of a shimmy, but we'll hold off. What's the construction reports looking like? Finish the truck station in Kelvin Spire. Not going to immediately rush to do another upgrade on there. Everything in Jupiter is following at normal speed. We'll leave it one more time before we try to do some more major construction. Where I spent. Money's a bit low. Let's try to suppress the price of metal a bit, because we got a bunch of metal coming in. So might as well profit why it's expensive. Okay, and I just saw a tank, so should be aware that our neighbors are armed with armor. Not necessarily a problem. We have access to anti-tanks, anti-tank weapons. We have access to tanks of our own. Okay, it does look like our militia here are out of date, at least as far as the Theocratic Empire is concerned.
Roger that. Yes, sir.
Motorbike infantry may be interesting, so we'll go ahead and develop those.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. I'm tempted not to go the enforcement option here. So if I leave it open, I get bonus research every turn. Whereas if I shut it down, I get a one-off political power donation, basically. And we got lots of research. We're on slow research, so I'd like to actually develop research. Maybe not super meta, but we're going to do that. Roaming thieves, yes, you get my full support to deal with them. Critical success, so nothing was stolen. CEO has an emergency. Danger will go up if I don't help. Okay, I'm gonna help, just because I don't want the danger to go up. Normally I probably would say no, because I don't want the government to go up otherwise. Senator extradition. Who's Lambertella? Okay, so let's make them happy. We'll go ahead and do the extradition. Don't necessarily want the commerce. I don't actually mind losing the meritocracy. So it's just the commerce that's the sad there. Okay, everyone pile in. For that guy. As soon as the recon gets high enough, we should start stacking up damage, and we got that recon high enough, so that's happening.
Requesting assistance.
Not successfully wiping them out. That's kind of the problem sometimes with attacking into cities, is they do have high entrenchment.
Order acknowledged.
Okay, so they are bribed to the state where we should be able to negotiate a peace on the next turn. So I'm not going to necessarily immediately worry about the enemy pushing forward. If they do, they do. Oh, interesting. Never mind. I was about to say, interesting that this hasn't swapped to green. And the answer is, it has, it's just not showing you right. The magic of numbers. Slowly encircle them with the raw numbers. What about our replacements? We have had some guys doing some fighting. I haven't given any, so I know this is actually the 1100 and not the 700 it's saying. The 400 it's showing there is actually brigades or subunits in the SHQ of militia deployment. Don't know which militia units it's specifically meant to go out to. Presumably whichever one those are having logistical issues, which is why they're not already being deployed.
Going in. We need more firepower.
Okay, didn't quite wipe them out, but we'll probably get them next turn. And we'll have some more troops to do it next turn, so definitely do it next turn. And we did have a decent industrial capacity expansion last turn, so let's take advantage of that to do some things like build this recycling facility. And build this recycling facility. I'm gonna put that road down first.
Yes, sir.
Now, if we need rare metals, we could mine those rare metals. I remember there being a metal deposit out here, but apparently there isn't, or I'm just not seeing it. Oh, there's the metal deposit I'm thinking of. Confusion of how all the pores moved around, apparently. Don't have the blue power to do any unification attempts, so we won't. I think everything else is stable. A little interesting that petrol is... Well, granted, we actually have some motorized units running around now, so the motorized units are probably drinking it. Yeah. Might be worth... In fact, I think it is worth. Let's go ahead and set up a government-owned
Copy that.
oil drilling operation, so we don't have petrol problems. It doesn't need to be very big, because it's only covering a 200-something shortfall, which one oil well will do. Then that border's looking fine. Could be better, but it's looking fine. Did I queue up any new construction? Yeah, we queued up 3 things, so I think we'll just cycle a turn before we queue anything else up. Oh, I suppose we did upgrade the capital. So with the capital being upgraded, I can continue to expand the bureaucracy here, which we'll do.
Affirmative.
At this point, I'm going to start worrying about running low on power, so I think it is time to play the gravimetric collector.
Order received.
Oh, and we do have the political power for that militia project. So, you're 53, you're 32. You're a slightly higher level zone, so I'm going to assume that you'd be better to play it in higher level zones, so we'll play it here first.
Order received.
Which should get the militia level here trending up more. May get us more militia forces. Well, I suppose in this case we'll provide more replacements. Because we're so far over the maximum size of it that it's unlikely to be providing any new tags anytime soon. Yeah, so that's looking fine. We got plenty of money, so I'm not thinking about moving money. Oh, I've got another tag there, which we could deploy. We're not really in a rush to deploy it. So let's cycle the turn and see if we can get peace with those neighbors. If we can, I think I'll focus more on the non-aligned to our west. So we can secure the territory between our subject and the theocrats. We'll try to get the political power available to do the unifications with our 2 subjects, well, our 3 subjects at this point, because we're ready to do the road out to the western subject. Okay, they're showing off that they've got tanks. Which means at some point I'll need to source some anti-tank capacity to deal with them. And we're having some danger events going off, because of course we are. Sealed roads, so we now start to improve our roads, which will help a lot. Side skirts, so our tanks... Next time we build tanks, the tanks will be better. I don't quite have enough total power where I want in the council yet. Economic Council has finished the sealed roads. I will probably want an ammunition factory. Not in a rush to do that, though. I might actually prefer the barracks sooner than the ammunition factory. Full support to deal with that. Full support to deal with that. Negative to the church. Again, upgrading cities that are not the capital are not a priority. Let's carry out the attack here, try to get rid of these militia. Secure that southwest flank.
Target destroyed.
And success. Okay, so now I'm going to want to start to get peace, secure this area here. And we should still be in a state, yeah, 27 is probably enough. And our incredibly successful diplomats are giving me a 100% chance of success here. Go forth and succeed. Critical success. And apparently there's a theocrats that like me. I am surprised. I suppose I could have been a little bit mean, taking a little territory off of them before I pushed that button. But apparently wasn't my usual mean self. I'm going to go ahead and leave the density of the picket the way it is, because I'm still suspicious of their piece. They're too nice. I'm not ready for this level of nice. But everything else that was marching that way is now going to divert. Because our next target with that piece in mind is going to be acquiring this non-aligned zone here. Well, trying to acquire this non-aligned zone before they do. Okay, industrial capacity went down, but I queued up 2 new building class turn, to be fair. That's why it went down. Needless to say, the recycling facility... Oh, I forgot to deploy workers for that. That's what happened. So we'll go ahead and belatedly give them the extra workers. So they'll probably end up firing a few, because they probably hired some.
Affirmative.
And we'll give them the population to go with the workers. Scale them.
Affirmative.
And that may mean that in a couple turns, this city may be big enough that it'll actually want to go up to level 2. Which you may want to do to extract those artifacts quicker. Not in too big of a rush otherwise. Otherwise, all our other construction is proceeding as planned. Which means most of it will be done next turn, right? So we finished the industry, so we should be seeing a trickle of 50 more industry a turn. We'll hold off a couple turns to generate some more industrial capacity to build Industry 2. Truck stations going bigger, we always like to see that. Bureaucratic office commands going bigger, and the other recycling facilities are all on schedule. And then I suppose one other thing that we're going to run into is that we're going to want, obviously, to have roads going into the neutral territory.
Going in.
Because for believable reasons, our troops do not work very well without being fed and supplied bullets. Oh, because we moved the road up a bit. These guys can move a little bit farther into the territory. Similar here, we can do a little bit of shimmying to get some more territory. This is the surviving AI. I am expecting these guys to come after me at some point, just because my tech level is going to get too high. So I can check actually how high my tech level is right now. Yeah, this is around about where they're going to start poking me. It's usually around about 5 when they start poking you. On the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised. These guys are running around with tanks. Would not be surprised if they go after these guys first. I need to get my industry going so I can actually field my own tanks. Because we have the research done, we don't really have the industrial capacity to start doing it in mass. Political power-wise, anything you want to play? Oh, we have multiple shadow diplomats at this point. But I think I'll hold off a moment on playing the shadow diplomats. We'll see what the state of affairs is with these guys. Yeah, we got peace with everyone. We'll see if they like default to blackmailing or something. I think I'll play one more turn out, and then we'll put Heartbreak in. Now that we're at peace with both of number 2 and number 3 amongst the majors, we're probably not worried about any of the borders doing anything drastic. We do have 3 subjects I'd like to integrate. And to be fair, the subjects are one way I could end up with war with the majors. Because I could declare war on the major, on the subjects. No losses, we have 4 decisions. Okay, we're getting 300 industrial capacity with the factory done. Surplus over everything else we're building. You want me to hire your candidate? Sure.
Yes, sir.
He may get assigned to command combat troops, but
Affirmative.
I'll hire him for that purpose alone. Request to help control traders. You're telling me I can get to join in on being an autocrat? My one true goal? Yes, of course we join into this. I might join in this if I didn't like you. And yeah, apparently they like me.
Order acknowledged.
These are some of the nicest theocrats I've ever run into. Usually theocrats are openly hostile or want to give me trouble. Oh, those guys are even willing to do trade agreement. Okay, so we're gonna start to do diplomacy apparently. I think I have enough for a unification attempt. Yeah, the one we're most likely to succeed on is this one. Let's try to do that.
Order acknowledged.
They did accept. Okay. So that's where most of our industrial capacity this turn is probably going to get spent, is building the somewhat necessary road. Okay, road in. Rail is probably even greedier. Do I have industrial capacity for the rail? Why is that last hex? Why does it sometimes go whoop all the way around? I don't know. Well, I don't have the industrial capacity. I will have the industrial capacity next turn, but looks of it. So we'll hold off one turn. Okay, needless to say, we want to try to hold these guys' borders. If we can. Without giving up too much of their territory. To be fair, I don't really got anyone to go sliding too far into this territory right now with no roads. So we're not going to make much gains this turn, other than the integration of that subject. Okay, so I'm hoping that I get decent industrial expansion opportunity for the next turn. I may still... Do we have the industrial capacity for that? Probably. Let's continue expanding the industry. Short term, that might get in the way of building the roads I'll need to build. In the long term, that will help us have the industrial capacity to build the roads. Okay, so we completed 3 projects, so the industrial capacity we spent on those 3 projects will just get spent on the factory, probably. So we should still be expecting about 800, 900 industrial capacity next turn. Should be enough to build the rail. And then with the rail built, following turns we should be in this position where we can actually build roads for expansion to this big open empty area. And victory is improving. Well, actually, no, I think we vexed a little bit in victory. I think we're up at 25%. We've actually fallen down to 24.4. We've got 30% of the planet's populace at this point, so... Oh, maybe I had 25% of the... I'm not sure. We'll cycle the turn. Maybe it may have not updated because we took it during the turn. It might not give us the new VP until we cycle the turn. Not sure. And it'll be more sure at the beginning of the next turn. Which will be the next part. So if you're watching on YouTube, leaving you on a cliffhanger, whether the victory points are higher than 24.4. There will be a part up tomorrow. That will be the part I will be recording after a short break. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break, do a bit of stretching, and then we're going to record that part. The intern here should be mostly boring. It's the only thing that can really get spicy is going to be dealing with the non-aligned faction. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.